romance scams. Not the send me money, let me come kind of scam, the localized ones, and how our laws deal with this. It's very, very important. We're joined by Ransford Danado Jr., who is a professional certified investigator and a certified fraud examiner, and Gertrude Amoko Ama, who is a private legal practitioner and lecturer at UPSA Law School. Gertrude is in studios with us, and Ransford is joining us via Zoom. Good morning, Gertrude.
Good morning.
Hope you're fine this morning.
I'm very well, thank you.
Great. Ransford, good morning. Hi, Ransford. Okay, I'll get back to you, Ransford.
Hi, good morning, Winston. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Hope you're doing very well this morning.
Great, my brother. Good morning to you and your listeners. And good morning, Gertrude. Good to see you.
Same here.
I'll get to both of you shortly, but first, look, Absa Bank says they know that life is go, 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 and that it is hard to make time for the things that really count, so they won't let money get in your way. And that's why with Absa's digital channels, you can bank when, where, and how you want, so you can focus on what or who's important to you. Banking has never been this easy. Transfer funds into your savings account, pay your old school union dues, and your DSTV subscription, and many more with a click on your phone. Get things done simply with Absa's digital channels. That's Africanacity, that's Absa. Terms and conditions apply. Visit absa.com.gh for further details. So you know that owning a home in a serene and strategic neighborhood should not be a luxury but a necessity. And at JL Properties, we make that dream a reality. JL Properties has been building homes for more than a decade. Enjoy the ease of owning a fully completed home or choose from our off-plan packages. At JL Properties, you can make internal adjustments to your home while it is still being built. A home from JL Properties means peace of mind and value for your money. Make your home with us today. Call JL Properties on 0509 542 973 or 0302 449 037. Or visit jlpropertiesgh.com. JL Properties, the city's favorite developer. Now, Airtel Tigo wishes to announce to its cherished customers that all unregistered SIMs will be permanently disconnected from the 31st of May 2023, in line with NCA's directive. Customers who are yet to complete their SIM card registration are entreated to visit the nearest Airtel Tigo shop immediately with their Ghana card to avoid permanently losing their numbers. What's more, you get up to 5 GB free data instantly after your registration is complete. So get registered now. Airtel Tigo, life is simple. So let's just get your preliminary comments. And I'd like to start off with you, Ransford, because of the confusion about what is romance scam and, you know, the conflict in the minds of a lot of these boys. Tell us, what is romance scam, Ransford?
Okay, Winston. Romance scam is basically a love affair which is usually online, which ends in tears for one of the victims. And the beneficiary of it is actually a fraudster who pretends to be in love with the victim. And the victim also buys into the idea. And at the end of the day, the victim loses something substantial. It can be money, it can be property. And at the end of the day, becomes emotionally distressed as well. You lose your money, you lose your property, and you also lose a lover who never loved you.
Great. Just stay with me. Let me bring Gertrude in at this point, because you make reference to online. I'd like to know what your own definition of romance scam would be also.
Yes, Winston. I mean, I agree with my brother joining us on Zoom. But we need to understand the fact that a romance scam or a romance fraud is a form of fraud, just like other types of fraud. But like the name suggests, or like the phrase suggests, there's an aspect of romantic love in here. So yes, this is a form of fraud whereby the criminal, by means of usually a fake identity, and that is where the use of the cyberspace comes in, gains the love and affection of the victim. And once that affection and trust and love has been gained of the victim, he then capitalizes on that to gain something of value that belongs to that victim. So like he said, it could be money, it could even be personal details belonging to the victim that he then uses for other illicit purposes. So I think the main thing for us to understand is that it is a form of fraud, just like other forms of fraud, just that this time around it involves some perceived or purported romantic love, which really isn't the case. And usually the use of the cyberspace for this is what makes it a romance scam.
Great. Ransford, you talk about normally happening online using the internet. Does that mean that there are no romance scams when it comes to, no meeting somebody, or everything must happen online?
Far from that, we have different forms, but usually it starts online.
Okay.
It starts online. So you have dating websites. People come and then request for friendship on Facebook. You have a situation where somebody sends you a WhatsApp and say, "Hi, I saw your profile and I think you're a nice person." So you also receive a call from somebody saying it's the wrong number. But hey, I like your voice. And that's how it begins.
Okay.
So about 70% of the time, they will never meet face to face. Where they get golden, they can transfer the conversation and the love affair from the cyberspace to a physical location where they will meet you once or twice, especially when they want to convince you that they are somebody they are not. So on the cyberspace, typically they may use somebody's photo, somebody's ID, somebody's image, and send you pictures for you to fall for it. But there are a few times that some of these persons have met physically and have gone to places to show off property which is not theirs, to get the commitment of the victim, who later ends up in tears.
Okay. I'll get back to you when we return after these messages. We'll look at the forms in detail, and we'll also share with you a voice on some other forms that, people are engaged in romance scams. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's Friday.
It needs just a little water. The greenstone stick and the aroma and taste are delicious. Fortune rice, always on point, just like mom.
Now introducing Fortune Emuka, your tasty Ghana rice for all your rice meals.
This advert is FDA approved.
Just like mom.
Introducing the new Techno Spark 10 series. Enjoy a long-lasting 5000 mAh battery capacity plus 18 watts charging pad in an ultra-sleek 6.7-inch Full HD screen with a storage galore of 256GB plus 8GB. You can save every memory and never lose any. 32 megapixels glowing selfie camera and 50 megapixels AI rear camera. Get your Techno Spark 10 series. Visit the nearest Techno accredited shop and join the glowing selfie gang.
For 3 points, name all the teams in the Bet Power Premier League. Samatex, Adriana All-Stars, Kemfaisa, BBNE Gold Stars, RTU, Accra Great Olympics, Legon City, Asante Kotoko, Karela United, Mediama, Accra House of Hope, Tamale City, Bechem United, Kotoku Royal, Nswatreman FC, Dreams FC, Brekum Chelsea, and Accra Lions. Correct for 3 points. Now who win the league?
That one, unless we go stadium.
Oh, say Ghana football, the Bet Power Premier League is on. Let's go to the stadiums to cheer on our favorite teams. This is the love.
Free home theater, free Bluetooth speaker, cash discount, and more. Big double cash discount on LED smart TVs, smart refrigerators, smart inverter air conditioners, freezers, mobile phones, laptop, printers, and many more. Get your LG, Samsung, Panasonic, Sony, Philips, Infinix, Xiaomi, Tecno, HP, Lenovo, and many more international brands only at Electroman. Rush to the nearest or closest Electroman shop or WhatsApp on 0552 755456. Electroman, your world of electronics.
The Ghana Chamber of Mines presents the 5th edition of the Ghana Mining and Energy Summit from the 7th to the 9th of June 2023 at the Accra International Conference Center. The theme for this event is Harnessing Mining and Energy Potential for Sustainable National Development. Join us for 3 days of thought-provoking discussions with industry experts, top business executives, government officials in and outside Ghana's mining sector. There will be opportunities for B2B meetings, networking, collaboration, and exhibition of products. Come and discover the latest trends in technologies and innovations in mining and energy sector. Register now and be part of this prestigious event. Visit www.ghanaminingsummit.com to register or email info@ghanaminingsummit.com for more details.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
What? It seems Royal Foam did not get the memo. Times are tough. Prices are going up. They're giving 10% discount, free pillows with every purchase. Hey, Royal Foam. Just when you thought all they manufacture are quality but affordable mattresses and pillows, they take it up a notch by being thoughtful in these hard times. Royal Foam has reduced their prices drastically. Buy a mattress, get a free pillow. Enjoy 10% discount instantly, nationwide. Take advantage. Enjoy Royal Foam. Enjoy the best.
Call Royal Foam today on 020-227-1000 for more information.
Royal Foam. Rest assured.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. And this morning, our conversation is about romance scam. So most of the times, we know that it's probably happened between a Ghanaian and someone outside the country, maybe in the US or somewhere in Europe. But we also would love to know whether there are local cases of romance scam, the forms they take, and how our laws can deal with the romance scam. Now, I'll be sharing with you very soon one of the local cases of romance scam. Just stay with me right here on the Super Morning Show. This morning we're joined by Ransford Nanado Jr., who is a professional certified investigator and a certified fraud examiner, and Gertrude Amoko Ama, who is private legal practitioner and lecturer at the University of Professional Studies Law School. So you contribute to the growth and success of Ghanaian textile industry every time you wear authentic fabrics. GTP says thank you. Always purchase original, genuine, and authentic GTP fabrics. Check that design number on the label. Check that the design number on the label is also printed on the edge of the fabric. Contact 0509 940 949 to buy online or visit any of our accredited dealers nationwide or at any Woodin shop. GTP Life Styled. So it's Achedienkwa throughout the month of May, June, and July. Access Bank's remittance promo is back to reward you for sending and receiving money from your loved ones. Get free airtime instantly and lots of exciting branded gift items when you send or receive 500 Ghana cedis and above through Access Africa, Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, ZPay, UnityLink, and Express Pay. Receive monies directly into your Access Bank account, mobile money wallet, or over the counter. It is free when you receive your remittance into your Access Bank account. Tell a friend to tell another friend. The Access Bank Achedienkwa promo is here, and there's no limit to the gift you can receive, so you can receive, and receive. Don't be left out. Visit any of our 53 branches on weekdays and some selected branches on Saturdays for all your remittance transactions. Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. But now it's your time to enjoy the Royal Foam mattress at an affordable rate. Things are really hard and prices of goods and services are on the rise every day. And that's why Royal Foam is bringing to you a sales promotion dubbed Wonsuwu Mrenye. It's your time to enjoy a 10% discount on the current prices of our mattresses. Yes, a 10% discount on our mattresses with free pillows. So rush to all Royal Foam shops and get a 10% discount on every mattress purchased, as well as enjoy our free pillows. Call us on 020-227-1000 for more information. Now, before we continue with our guest, Ransford Nanado Jr., who is a professional certified investigator and a certified fraud examiner, and Gertrude Amokoama, who is a private legal practitioner and lecturer at the UPSA Law School, listen to another form, localized form of romance scam.
Good morning, Winston. I'd like to just quickly give you an occurrence, which is also what you can describe as the romance scam. This gentleman goes around trying to date ladies and get your attention, and then he would go to an automobile showroom and then pay for a car. He will issue a check, and then in your presence, he will tell them to use your name and everything. And then after that, he will ask you to give him money because he uses all his money. He wants money for insurance. You send the money to him. On the day of picking up the car, you will go and they'll tell you the check didn't go through. And that is it. He'll probably take about 3,000 Ghana cedis or something or more from you. And he's been doing that to a lot of the ladies. We see checks come and they don't go through, and the ladies have already become victims. Wherever he takes them, whatever happens, and this is what this guy does. Attempts have been made to trace him, but the ladies have not been very cooperative because they feel so ashamed, they feel used, and they don't really want to be in the public eye. So then they kind of say, it's all right, let it go, kind of thing. So this is something that is happening, and I'm advising the ladies to be very sharp and look out for such, what do you call it, formula and game or whatever you would want to call it. Thank you.
That's happening locally. Promises you a car, issues the check, and tells you, how about you give me money to do the insurance for you? Sounds like so true, and so you just want to give him the money, and that'll be the last time you find him or the last time you see him, because by the time the check is expected to clear, he has no money in his account. Let me bring Ransford in at this point in time. Ransford, is this something you've heard before? I mean, I want us to focus on the local romance scam and the forms they take. We know that in a lot of the instances with, these, those who are outside the country, it starts on the internet and everything. But locally, what forms do they also take? And your thoughts on, the sound that we just played.
Okay, Winston, so I don't think that there is much difference between the foreign and the local one. The only difference here is that this is a local game, between people within communities of Accra or Kumasi or Takoradi. And what happens is that these people start on social media. They are able to connect with you for you to get a common story. They look for a common story. Maybe they have been checking your profile. You put pictures of yourself and your single child, you're a single mother. So they also come with a story that will let you buy into this. So at the end of the day, they begin to win your confidence. You begin to trust them. And then you begin to make disclosures of things that you have. For instance, you have a property somewhere, you want to continue and you don't have money and all that. Pam. Then they show up that, hey, I have somebody who can give us a loan for us to do this. You can mortgage that facility. I have seen cases where people actually bought cars for these people. They moved away from the cyberspace. They moved physically. They started dating, bought a car for a lady on the birthday, and asked the lady that he wants to go and work on the lady's car, the previous one that the lady was having before giving this gift. Just for the car rentals to come and then say that, hey, somebody rented this car for 2 days. So we are taking that Prado back. And the car for the lady, which was a Toyota Corolla, was gone together with this lover. He never saw the lover again. So there are different forms. It is not all of them who will come and ask you for money. At the point, they create an emergency situation. Hey, I have my mother seriously ill, and they begin to avoid you. So when they avoid you like that, then you are worried. You want to help them solve this problem. If your mother is sick, how is it? They need money for surgery. And that is where you begin to part with money, send money to an account, they withdraw, they ask you, how is mommy? Mommy is fine. One key thing, can we do a video call? I want to see how mommy is doing. No, it's not allowed. Where she is in that regional hospital, the network is not that good. They can even let you talk to somebody who is pretending to be mommy, who is sick. And at the end of the day, you keep on bringing money. You may even sell your items to bring more money so mommy gets better. There's no sick mother anywhere. It is just a journey to extort as much as from you. Now, the other level where it gets to and it becomes serious is when you decide not to do it again. If you are not lucky and you have exchanged nude pictures with these persons, then they get to the level of extorting money from you through the nude pictures, and we call that extortionism. So you can't back out. When you have even come to your senses that this lady or gentleman is not genuine, I don't want to do this anymore, they tell you, hey, you don't have an option. How about that car you have there? Can you sell it? And I'm going to leave the nude pictures out there. And usually what I have seen in the past years, they target well-to-do ladies, single ladies who are doing well within their profession or their business, who don't want any public ridicule. So immediately they move away from impersonating somebody, demanding money from you, and get to the extortionism part. It becomes so critical that you begin to part with every single item that you have to make sure that you don't get embarrassment.
Okay.
Now, when it gets to this stage, there are some people who back off. You won't see them again. And when they back off and you don't see them again, now you have a new crop of people who will contact you and say that, hey, I am a lady like you, I have been a victim. I have a fair idea of where this guy is. I want us to put our resources together so we locate him. I have a police friend who can help you investigate and track this guy down. And they also begin to extort money from you. These are the people we call the scavengers. They come and feed on the little that you have left. And by the time you realize you have lost your property, you have lost money, and you have lost a lover who never loved you.
Great. I mean, before I bring Gertrude in, because you've been following up on these cases, you've shared one localized example with us, for instance. I mean, the car one. I mean, I'm surprised. On your birthday, you go and rent a car, come and give it to a lady, and take her car, and then run away with it. But apart from that, what other forms do they take? Because we're educating people. We want to know the forms they take so we could actually see one when we are being scammed.
Okay, Winston. Now, typically, it will start with unsolicited messages where you are there, you don't know anybody, and then you get an email, you get a phone call, you say, wrong number, hey, but I like your voice. The lady you may think that as a young man you are in love with and you are chatting on WhatsApp, on Facebook, may not be a lady, may be another gentleman like you. Now, immediately you start talking and they begin to connect with you at various points. Your story connect with their story. Oh, my brother died. My sister also died at the same age. Oh, I was kicked out of school. It seems we have something in common. These are symptoms. The third symptom is that they would avoid any physical meeting usually, or even a video call. If you want them to come on a video call, they will create an emergency, or they do not even have, the internet here is very weak, and that you can't have a video call with them. Now, so when you have somebody whose story is always aligning with yours, the person contacted you, you never met him, you try to meet him physically, he or she physically, and is not allowed because there's an emergency, and then they begin to come up with stories of emergency, like, hey, I was trying to come to you, I have been arrested by a police officer, they are saying I'm carrying some drugs, and they need 3,000 CDs, so speak to the police officer. You indeed speak to the police officer, and they say, if you don't give us the money, we are sending this guy away. And there's a guy who said, I was driving to your house to meet you for the first time, and I've been arrested, and you need to pass us money. So it comes in different forms, but the warning signs are very clear. Somebody you have never met who begins to chat to you. Some of them are very patient. If you ask me how long it takes for them to process lab, it is very difficult to tell. Some of them can actually chat to you and connect with you on various shows based on the stories you tell them. But at any point in time, when you want to meet them, they won't allow you to meet them. That is a warning sign. And then they begin to tell you things that will let you emotionally connect to them. That is difficult for you to move away within a day without talking to them. When they withdraw, then they are getting ready to come up with a story that, hey, I have an emergency, I have lost my job, we've been robbed, my sister and I, we've been robbed, and she said, I should call my guy to see what he can do because we are currently going to sleep outside. So, hey, as a guy, your lady you are in love with has been robbed. She needs money to go and rent a place. She can't sleep on the street, and you are quick to part with money. So these are the warning signs. But when the demand for money or some help comes in, then begin to see that, hey, I need to get ready because this is a long journey. And when they have sought one, they will always come up for more, just like Oliver Twist.
Gertrude, before we get to how our laws can deal with this, but I mean, this is somebody you've never met, and you're so much in love with a person that you part with money. How's that possible?
I mean, that tells you the modus operandi of these criminals. Number one, they tend to feed on the vulnerability of the victim in question. That is why, for example, they take a lot of time in selecting their victims. It is not a random thing that they do. They look out for ways that they can connect to you. They spy you, they monitor you from a distance. Look out for the things that you yourself have put out, sometimes unintentionally, through your social media platforms and so on and so forth. And Winston, trust me, sometimes we think it's impossible. But insofar as people continue to fall prey to these things, that should tell you that it is something that happens. And don't think that you are immune to falling prey to these activities. It can happen to anyone, regardless of your level of education or what have you. So it's important that we safeguard our space. Don't allow just anybody into your space. Be careful of the way that you use the internet and the cyberspace. Don't just give in to anybody who sends you an email or a message to say, hey, I like you, I saw your profile from afar. Make sure that you are vigilant. Conduct your own investigations before you actually open yourself up to someone whom you have not met before. So I believe that, one, we need to be careful with our use of social media and the cyberspace in general. We also need to be careful of how we present ourselves. I mean, there are people who nowadays, almost everything that they do is out there in social media. The food they are eating, the places that they visit, and so on and so forth. These are some of the downsides of the use of the cyberspace. It's not a bad thing, but depending on the way that you use it, you sort of open yourself up to these machinations by these criminals. So it's something that we all need to look out. We all need to look out for. It's possible. Anyone can fall victim to it. Anyone. Yourself, myself, anyone can. Don't think you are too smart for it.
Well, well, a lot of people have said that because of these scammers, you don't even know the genuine person to help because you don't know who might be scamming you. And so it's always a challenge. Yes, there are times you probably may think that that person is genuine and really needs help, and that's the end of it. You don't really get anything.
I mean, the point is conduct your due diligence before you deal with any of these persons. Don't take people for who they are, especially if they are connecting across the internet. Because that's the difficulty with the internet. Anybody at all can pick up any false identity, any fake identity, and present themselves to be what they are not.
But it's just as Ransford said, there are some of them who sometimes will show, their identity and then pick it up from there. So look at the man who bought a Prado for a girl on her birthday, supposedly.
Right.
Apparently, he had rented the vehicle, given it to the girl, took the girl's own vehicle, left, and that was it. 2 days later, the rental company comes and says, "Madam, I beg, can we have the car?" This man came to rent the car. How on earth would you have known that he had, gone to rent a car? Sometimes you actually have they could, print your initials, customize them, and give them to you. Hand over documents that look like the vehicle is in your name, but they're fake.
Now, if we are to find this, young lady who has found herself in this unfortunate situation, and ask her, for instance, how did she get to meet this young man? How well does she know this man? Does she know any friends of his, any family of his, where he lives, the kind of work that he does, and so on and so forth? The story will begin to unveil. In cases like these, it is most likely that the relationship between the two of them started via the internet. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we don't have those minute details, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. On the basis of that, and mind you, there are cases where the victim would also try to exercise as much due diligence as possible by asking questions, by asking probing questions. And that is when they are also forced to move the scam to the next level. By, for example, presenting themselves. Okay, well, if you're not sure about who I am, I can pass by, take you to lunch, or go shopping for you. And then you're happy when this person shows up. Oh, so this is the name, the face behind the name. But it doesn't end there. Do you know what work he does? Are you sure of his family, his friends, and so on and so forth? So the point is that you need to move your due diligence up. In as much as they can also find innovative ways of presenting themselves to be real or to be, actual persons, you also need to be sure that, look, this is not just some scam that is being perpetrated on me. So we need to be very vigilant, move up the skills of vigilance as we go.
How do our laws deal with this?
Yes, that's the interesting question. Now, in my earlier remarks, you recall I had said that romance scam, romance fraud, whatever other name that it is referred to, is a form of fraud. It is a form of defrauding persons. So when you hear the term romance scam, it's actually an umbrella term that constitutes these activities. But generally, when it comes to charging people for offenses relating to romance scams, there are particular traditional offenses that these perpetrators or these criminals can be charged with. Depending on the scale, for example, money laundering can come in. Why and how does money laundering come in? Mind you, when these people, especially on an international level, when they gain these illegal monies, they have to find a way of disguising the source of the money, concealing it, making the money look as if it is, making the source of the money look legitimate. So there are aspects of money laundering because they have to find a way of legitimately or rather illegitimately introducing these monies that we make into the system. So money laundering is one of the offenses that they are usually charged with. 2, in our space, you could also be charged for defrauding by false pretenses. So in this case of, a young lady who fell prey to this criminal of a man, that is a possible charge that he could be charged with. Dishonestly receiving, because these are people who are receiving the proceeds of a crime and they are dealing with the proceeds of a crime. It could even be, and in many cases, other offenses related to cyber security, so cyber offenses, wire fraud, identity theft, and so on and so forth. Perhaps Ransford would go through some of those. I don't want to go too much into them. So depending on the circumstances, money laundering could be a charge, defrauding by false pretenses, even extortion. Because there are cases where you get to a point where you say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then they begin to threaten you, all as a way of making sure that you continue to part way with whatever is of value to you. So the point is that you wouldn't find a law in our Criminal Offences Act that is called a romance scam, but there are particular traditional offences that deal with these illegal activities, and these are some of them that I have just mentioned. And they come with hefty sentences, and let me put that across immediately.
Great. When we return after these messages, I'd ask Ransford whether he's aware of persons who have been charged with some of these crimes, some of the persons who have been charged, and also when it comes to the cyberspace, for instance, what do the laws say? And we'd also give you a chance to call us. Maybe you have an experience you want to share with us. We'd love to hear. Because these days, a lot of people do lots of things in this country. I'm sure there are many of you who may have been victims, and you would want to share your experiences with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Super Morning Show.
Wow! Kofi, is that your new car? It's very stylish.
Yes, it's the Volkswagen Polo Sedan with over 600,000 sold worldwide and now available in Ghana. It comes with a 1.6-liter automatic petrol engine and 105 horsepower. It is well equipped with a durable design, reliable safety features, and built with German quality standard. Linda, this car is value for money. It even comes with a 3-year, 120,000-kilometer warranty. It gives me great driving pleasure every day.
That's impressive. I would like to own one too.
Well, contact Universal Motors Limited on 0544 338 804 to own yours now.
Anytime is a good time to have a break. Introducing Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's perfect for break times, party times, movie times, and snack times. Savor the moment. Enjoy Munchie Anytime Crackers anytime. Munchie Anytime Crackers. It's light and tasty.
This outfit is FDA approved.
Mosquitoes come through your door, kill it, will kill them for sure. Hey, kill it, will kill them for sure. Kill it, insecticide spray, kill it, mosquito paw. Anywhere them day, we've got kill it today. Intuntum nintefre, kill it. Wow, kill it. Mosquitoes and insects, kill it. So they come there, yeah. Kill it. Intuntum nintefre, kill it. Wow,
have you heard? Kill It is back and available nationwide at all shopping outlets. Buy what kills mosquitoes, cockroaches, and all flying and crawling insects. Use Kill It Insecticide's strong and long-lasting formula that leaves a lingering sweet aroma. Buy Kill It Insecticide. This product is FDA approved.
Imagine running a business with 24/7 dedicated internet as well as calls to both local and international corporate clients at very affordable prices. Whatever your objectives, Airtel Tigo Business can help you through services like FlexiNet mobile broadband among others. Call us at 0577 555 000 or email us at business@airteltigo.com.gh. Airtel Tigo Business, your total business solutions provider.
Your office they shine.
Yes, so I tell you say for proper and modern ceiling solutions, the answer be Interface Limited. Them get in stock acoustic ceilings where you go fit make your office fine like my own.
Or even better pass your own self.
We can better pass my own.
Shall I go Interface right now?
Interface Limited is the leading supplier and installer of finishing input materials for the building and construction industry in Ghana. Call us on 0274 999999 or visit our website at
www.interfacelimited.net. Facebook, Interface Limited GH. Instagram, interface.limited.
Bet365 is now officially available in Ghana. When you place a pre-match multi-bet on football, you go get bonus up to 70% to your winnings if your bet is successful. You can choose from markets like full-time results and both teams to score, from selected competitions including the Premier League, Champions League, and much more. Get this great offer when you visit the official site at bet365.com.gh. Over 18s only. Terms and conditions apply. Please gamble responsibly.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're having a conversation about romance scam. We've shared with you some of the forms they take. I mean, I was surprised that, somebody rented a vehicle, gave it to a lady, rented a Prado, gave it to her, took her Corolla. 2 days later, the rental company comes and says, give me back my Prado, and the Corolla was nowhere to be found. We've also shared with you the story of how men go to vehicle showrooms pretending to buy vehicles for women. They then ask for money to insure the vehicle. On the day when you are coming for your vehicle, they tell you the check never cleared. Just think about that. But I've asked the question, how is it possible? How come you never get to read in between the lines and see that this person has been scamming me all this while? Very soon we'll activate the phone lines on 0302 216 541 and 055 1111997. We're still joined by Ransford Nanado Jr., who is a professional certified investigator and a certified fraud examiner. Gertrude Amoko Ama is a private legal practitioner and lecturer at UPSA Law School. So every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with pro-fluoride and micro-calcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. This prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, maximum cavity protection, 10 times stronger teeth, and Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. There are two other highly effective variants of Pepsodent on the market. Pepsodent Charcoal, made with a fine blend of activated charcoal and lemon essence. Pepsodent Charcoal White gently polishes away tooth stains and naturally restores your bright smile. Pepsodent Herbal. For our herbal lovers, try Pepsodent Herbal toothpaste, formulated from carefully selected natural extracts and uniquely blended herbs. Pepsodent Herbal releases, repairs, and protects gum tissues while giving you strong teeth. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call our customer care center on toll-free 0800 2030. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent, every smile matters. So it's historic, iconic, and thrilling. Birthed in Spain in 1635, caught the eyes of the world, performed in almost every stage in Europe. Listed as one of the 40 greatest plays of all time. And now in Africa, Ghana, Accra, it's the Afrocentric edition of Life is a Dream by Lateef Abubakar, a Spain-Ghana production. Live at the Accra International Conference Center, 27th, 28th of May. 2 shows each day, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And tickets for 150 Ghana cedis. Dial star 447 star 1092 hash to grab your tickets, or visit at Lateef Globe on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram for details. Tickets are available at Joy FM, Bachona Total, Airport Shell. Life is a Dream is sponsored by the Embassy of Spain, MNC Group, supported by the Second Coming of Nkrumah Project, powered by Joy Entertainment, Graphic News Plus app, Globe Productions, experience the best. Now, are you a die-hard football fan who can't get enough of the beautiful game? Then you need to stay in the game with DSTV, with all the top leagues and tournaments from around the world, including the UEFA Champions League, the Premier League, and La Liga Santander. You won't miss a single moment of the action. Watch the best players in the world like Marcus Rashford, Karim Benzema, Bukayo Saka, and Victor Osimhen battle it out on the field. Remember, the only football worth watching is on DSTV, so don't miss out on the excitement and stay in the game with DSTV. Get your DSTV decoder with 1 month family subscription for 269 Ghana cedis, or stay connected on star 759 hash to enjoy it all. DSTV, it's your moment. Let me get to you, Ransford, briefly before we activate the phone line. So, Ransford, let's look at our laws, particularly within the cyberspace. What laws could be used in addressing or dealing with this?
Okay, Winston, so the Cybersecurity Act 1038 of the year 2020, if you look at section 66 to 67, it deals with the issues of extortionism, it deals with the issues of sharing of nude pictures or images of people who did not permit you or through the internet. So, like Jeffrey said, based on the level of the attacker's strategy that he uses, we have a lot of laws, but the default one, which I call a broad spectrum, is the Criminal Offences Act of 1960 at 29. If you look at section 131 of that, it's still under defrauding by false pretense. But if you look at our Electronic Transaction Act, for instance, if you force somebody to send money through any electronic means and the recipient does that against his will, within the cyberspace, 1038 can deal with that. Now, if you come back to the point Gertrude was making, where you receive money and try to disguise the source and the purpose, then the Anti-Money Laundering Act 1044 can also apply. I have seen prosecutors in court combine all these laws together, but the broad spectrum, which I call the broad spectrum, is the one we call the 419 in Nigeria, because they are defrauding by false pretense is under their section 419 of their Criminal Offences Act. But here we are talking about 131. So if you immediately you try to behave like somebody you are not. Now, if you go to the point where you now begin to forge public documents like certificates and building documents to show off, then you are getting into the realm of forgery. So I think that we have enough laws in this country to deal with them. What is very important is for the investigators and the prosecutors to actually look at which ingredients and which law to trigger. But the Cybersecurity Act itself deals with a lot of these things, because if you make any representation through the internet and somebody buys into your ideas and passes money or builds any relationship with you and you are not that person, then you are still defrauding by false pretense. And I think the Criminal Offences Act holistically can deal with this.
Great. Stay with us, Ransford. I'll get back to you. Let me activate the phone lines at this point, folks. So the phone lines have been activated now on 0302 216 541 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997. You can join us. I'd love to hear from you. If you've had an experience before, you can share that experience with us right here on the Super Morning Show. But if you've not had an experience before also, you can tell us what your thoughts are on the forms that these scammers use. I mean, you've heard some of them. You've heard the vehicles. You've heard about, having properties coming to you and they tell you they've been arrested by the police and all of that. Maybe sometimes you may want to even get to the police station just to confirm if the person has really been arrested. But of course, would you have the time to do so? You want to give the money and that's the end of it. You can join us 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997. This morning, we're having a conversation about romance scam. That's the conversation we're having right here on the Super Morning Show. And some of your tweets now at Dana Amma says the ability to get the task done with minimal focus on face-to-face meeting is what the story is about. The point is where the emphasis is that making you ignore face-to-face, forget about black magic, is for the amateur. Okay. And at Sayasan says romance scam in Ghana is what? A normal thing. Okay. Well, they're talking about pregnancy scam and all of that. That's not actually what we're dealing with this morning. But let's get on to the phone lines now. You can join us 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997 055 1111997. Dr. Udofia in Accra. Good morning. Did I get the name right? Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Did I get the name right? Dr. Udofia, right?
You are correct. Correct. So there was an earlier speaker in this morning's show. They are discussing about guidance and counseling for schools in collaboration with donor agencies.
Okay.
I was surprised I did not hear the presenter discuss about Ghana Psychological Council or Ghana Psychological Association, which are mandated for this program among all the organizations that were mentioned to have supported this move. So I wanted to know whether they were contacted or they didn't know that the responsibility for this is on the shoulder of Ghana Psychological Council and Ghana Psychological Association.
Great. So, Dr. Odofia, now this is a discussion, and as you heard, the respondents say, these are discussions they've been having with the Ministry of Education, together with other partners in education on the way forward when it comes to guidance and counseling. So from the Ministry of Education point of view, all of these stakeholders will be brought in. And that is why you didn't hear specifically us talking about the Ghana Psychological Association. So I am sure that actually addresses your concern. Thank you very, very much for joining us. You can also join us now as we talk about romance scam on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. And then 0551111 0551111 give us a call if you have any experience that you would want to share with us. It will be very, very great that you're able to share that experience with us. Or if you want to comment about what my guests have said, also you can definitely do that. Fifi is in Accra. Fifi, good morning. Hello, Fifi.
Yes, hi, good morning.
Great, Fifi. Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I just want to make a contribution on the show.
Please go ahead. You have an experience to share?
Oh, no. But then I just want to ask a little question. If you say romance scam, then I think all our women should be, should I say, charged? Because most of them also scam us, you know.
How do they scam you, Fifi?
Okay. So practically you date a woman, she'll tell you, like, I'm interested in you, I love you, all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, she just leaves you hanging. Is that also not a scam? Because after taking care of her and all that, she just leaves you hanging. Is that also not a scam?
After taking care of her, in what ways?
Putting her through school, paying her bills, even taking care of her family, go to that extent. Is that all not scam when she leaves you hanging afterwards?
Okay. Okay, Fifi, just keep listening. I'll get, answers to your question. Salam, good morning.
May your radio station there, Salam.
Salam.
Hello.
Ule radio station, Ejilo. Good morning.
Radio station.
Good morning. Yes. You have an experience.
Good morning.
You have an experience you want to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, with those who have been accepting this friend request on Facebook, you must be very, very careful. If they send you a friend request and you don't know the person, don't ever accept it. I had that experience. I was there. Someone sent me a friend request, so I accepted it. After accepting it, then he started making requests. A 5 CD lady. Sometimes 5 CD credit at time, a whole lot of issues. Then evening time, you give you a video, these things. I thought it was something. I also wanted to do some little adventure. So I was on it. There was a video call in the night. She's already naked, showing things, a whole lot of things. And then she would demand that you also be in the news kind of form. Not knowing, as you are doing all these things, they have a system that they use to record. So they record you. They record the lady too, separately. But after they finish the thing, as if they are in some media house, they will go and put the thing together as if a story. They will make the thing as if something that they want to show on a media story. Then they will send a text message to you that they have somebody has come to show the story to them. But they feel that before they publish it or something like that, they want to get you informed so that if anything at all, they can stop it. So you also want to cooperate with them. Then they will send you come to Facebook. Then you come to Facebook. They say, okay, now move to WhatsApp. Then they will send you the video. Actually, they have edited it so nicely, as if they will begin with an introduction story. And then they will show the thing out before they show you how you were naked. Now, when they show it to you, then they call back. Somebody came to us. Who is the person? They won't tell you the name of the person. Now, they try to extort things from you. As for me, when they did it, I just told myself, I'm not a lady. Are you getting it? So, seeing naked, these things like this, if they want, they said they want you, they'll send it to my friends on all my friends on Facebook. And I know Facebook, when you send nude pictures there and it's not authorized, maybe within some 3 seconds or something like that, or 6 seconds, they themselves will remove it. So I wasn't worried like that. They continue threats. They will send threats. They will do so. I said, okay, me, I'm a man. Even if they show naked and those kind of things, those who like it, it's like an open advertisement. So they demanded money and I refused to pay. I didn't give them a CD. They sent different numbers. I block all of them. I say I won't go to the police. Let them.
Well, that's Salom's story, confirming all the things we've been saying. Let's get to Akwitia where Comfort is. Comfort, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Great. Do you have an experience you want to share with us?
Yes. So this happened to me on a professional platform, LinkedIn. So I received a connection request from one man who had a Nigerian name, sort of, and said he worked in the UK. And usually when I receive such connections, I would want to go through the person's profile and find out who the person is and why the person is sending their connection. And so later, he sent me a message, we started talking, and he wanted to have my WhatsApp number, wanted me to send him pictures, wanted me to come and meet him in a hotel when he comes to Accra because he was coming from the UK. And I was like, I told him I usually would connect with people who have something to do with my line of business. And so I don't see how my picture and me meeting you in a hotel has got anything to do with my profession or whatever I do. And since then, the person stopped chatting me. I realized that usually when we talk about these scams, we think it's just on the Facebooks and Instagram because those places are usually for fun activities. But even on the professional platform, I went to his profile and I realized he has a lot of connections from females that were doing like really amazing stuff in their professions. They are top ranking people in their professions, and most of them were females. I only counted about 3 males in his connections. So I realized it's something that he does. He's just on LinkedIn scouting for females he thinks are doing well in their profession and probably are single or something, and then he wants to pounce on such people to scam them. So I think that it's something that is across board, and we really need to be careful, especially we ladies, when it comes to some of these people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comfort. Let's go to Kumasi. Ben, good morning.
Okay.
Ben, good morning.
Good morning, Winston. How are you?
I'm fine, Ben. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Great. You have an experience?
Winston, I want to give you some WhatsApp messages that I got within the past 4 months or 5 months. I got WhatsApp posts. They normally come, hi, hello, and I don't have their contacts. So I normally send a message, please, may I know your identity. Then they'll come back with their name, Mercy. What have you? They are all ladies. And I check from Truecaller.
Yes.
Then the names will be there, right, with their surnames attached. Then when you ask them, what's the problem? Oh, I was updating my WhatsApp and your number popped up. I wanted to know the fellow. And when I asked, and their ages range between 27 and 31. So I now tell them, oh, I am about 59, 60. So most of them will tell you, oh, age is a number. Hey. The job that they do is either the fellow is a seamstress, a beautician, a hairdresser, or
and do they demand money from you?
Yes, let me give you the story. And then what they will tell you is that, oh, since morning I've not chopped, and the rest. Then they want money.
All right, that's Ben in Kumasi. Let's come to Accra, go to Butchie. Mauli, good morning.
Hello, good morning, boss.
Yes, Mauli. Share your experience with us.
Yes, thank you for the program. In fact, someone gave me a car to sell for her. It was a Mercedes-Benz E350. And I parked the car at the roadside. And not knowing when someone pick a picture of the car and post it at TG. So I was there, someone called me that he wants to buy the car. And I left to work. So I directed him to where the car is. So he picked the car, they do a drive test because I left the key behind and they did a drive test. And after that, he called me in the office that, oh, he liked the car and he wanted to buy it. So I said, oh, okay. Later, they went back. And then they called me that my wife was not feeling fine, so I should come home right away. So there and I rushed to the house, and I saw the people standing by the car. And I asked them that, why are you interested in buying the car? And they said, oh yes, they wanted to buy it. And I said, oh okay, then bring the money. They said they've already given the money to the owner. I said, who is the owner? They said he's a lecturer at the University of Ghana. I said, call the people and let me see. They said they've done the payment and everything already. They are waiting for the car document. And I said, how? No, you have seen my contact number on the car. Why don't you call first? They said no. They said the car GG. They already negotiate and they've given the money to the person. I said, what? It's a scam. Call the people for me to see. When they call, the line was off. They are nowhere to be found. And that is the experience. So I want to tell all those who are in the car business so that they should be also be careful.
Okay. So, yes, Molly have a slightly different story. But I think we have a final caller. Okay, time now for us to go for another break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Supernatural Empowerment Summits 2023. Meet the revivalists, the heads of global denominations, and the kingmakers. This year, in Archbishop Charles Ogenasari's 40th year in a miracle ministry and the 10th Supernatural Empowerment Summit, expect life-changing insights for ministry and impartation for the next level. Host and speaker, Archbishop Charles Ogenasari. Other speakers from Ghana, Dr. Robert Ampia Kofi, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, Reverend Dr. Stephen Wengam, and also Bishop Joseph Imakando, Zambia, Bishop Joseph Matera, USA, Apostle Yves Castano, Congo, Apostle Abraham Gaji, Cote d'Ivoire. Date, Monday 22nd to Friday 26th May 2023. Time, evening session, 5:30 p.m. daily. Morning session, 8:30 a.m. daily start on Tuesday. Venue, Perez Dome, Jolu Junction, Accra, Ghana. Contact, +233 548 633 650 or www.scsummits.org.
Historic, iconic, and thrilling. Birth in Spain, 1635. Caught the eyes of the world. Performed in almost all stages in Europe. Listed as one of the 40 greatest plays of all time. Now in Africa, Accra. It's the Afrocentric edition of Life is a Dream by Lateef Abubakar. Live at the Accra International Conference Center, 27th and 28th of May. 2 shows each day, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. For 150 cities, dial *447*1092# to grab your tickets or visit at Lateef Globe on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for details. Early bird ticket at 100 cities before the 19th of May. Available at Joy FM, Patrona Total, and Airport Shell. Life is a Dream is sponsored by Embassy of Spain, MNC Group, The Second Coming of Nkrumah Project. Powered by Joy Entertainment, Graphic News App, and Globe Productions. Global Productions, experience the best.
The system has nothing on her. Those in power fear what she can do. She is Madame, and she is coming. On one hand, she's a humanitarian, and on the other, she's using them to seduce men in power for favors. Madame is a new drama series that explores the evils of an uncontrolled system where young women are exploited. Premiering Monday, 8th May at 8 p.m. on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Stay connected on star 759#.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Let me tell you something about Kingdom's Books and Stationery Limited, because you don't have to walk to any of their shop. Just log on to kingdomstoreonline.com and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. Now, fun time for the kids mean fun time with DSTV. DSTV is the home of the best kids entertainment with something exciting for children of all ages. And you know what the best part is? They get to learn while having fun. So give them premium enjoyment with shows such as Coco Melon on Moonbag on DSTV channel 318, Paw Patrol on Nicktoons channel 308, Teen Titans Go on Cartoon Network Channel 301 and PL Mask Power Heroes on Disney Junior Channel 309 and so much more. Reconnect or stay connected by dialing star 759 hash to make sure your kids don't miss out on all the laughs. DSTV, it's your moment. Now, there's good news for small to medium scale business owners because, look, with SME Plus by MTN, you get to manage all your operational costs in communication. The service simply allows you to choose from affordable packages and enjoy talk time, SMS, data, and business content all bundled in one subscription. The other exciting news is you get free on-net calls every Monday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Simply dial star 5060 hash to sign up today. Call or WhatsApp 0244308111 for more information and stay connected everywhere you go. But enjoy a fresh breath in Europe's iconic city, Oslo, Norway this summer. Don Marcos Travels and Tours in partnership with Akwabi Ashite Travel and Tours in Norway is organizing an exciting summer trip to Oslo, Norway from 17th to the 25th of June 2023. Tour package includes visa, return air ticket, ground transport, airport transfers, accommodation for 9 days, breakfast, lunch and supper, sightseeing, entry fees and a complimentary travel insurance, as well as a typical Norwegian nightlife in Oslo. Interested tourists in Ghana should contact Don Marcos Travel and Tours on 0249 045442 or 0202-930-863. Email donmarcostravels@gmail.com. Tourists in Europe or other parts of the world should contact Akwabi Ashite Travel and Tours on +474 5536 Email akwabiashite@yahoo.com. Great. So let's get it, your response to some of the questions. And Gertrude, let me start off with you. I think you had experiences from others, but Fifi was asking a question. He says, what if, we're in a relationship and you keep asking me, I take care of you, and you eventually, get away? Is that not also a scam?
This is a bit of an interesting question, and I can relate to that question. I'm happy you preceded the question by saying, what if I'm in a relationship with you? And I think it's also important we acknowledge that it can be both ways. There are men who also scam women. Most of this person. And on the basis of that mutual understanding, you decide to provide all forms of, various forms of assistance to that person, money, cars, so on and so forth. These are things that you are voluntarily doing. These are things that you believe are for the benefit of that relationship. I really do not think that the person changing his or her mind at some point in time.
What if you also met the person online?
So that is where the dynamics become different.
And as part of the online meeting, the person says, I'm a student, I'll need school fees, you provide.
That is where the dynamics become different.
If you have a feeling that, you are in love with this person you've never met, and you do all of these, does that amount to romance scam?
That is where the dynamics change, because you see, there are typical elements that we need to look out for in a romance scam. First of all, the person usually taking up a false identity, a fake identity, obtaining your trust and your love on the basis of some relationship you think you have entered into. Once they have that confidence, that trust, or you have given them that confidence and trust, they then manage to convince you or deceive you to part with something of value to you. So these are the elements that I'll look at for in a typical romance scam. Anything falling short of that, I wouldn't want to refer to that. But there's a big caveat. Fifi, if in your case, or in the case of any other lady or gentleman listening to us, you believe you have gotten to that stage in a relationship where there's been some promise to get married. So you have done all these things in fulfillment of a promise to get married to this other person, and the person decides to up and leave. You can always bring an action in breach of promise to marry against that person. Maybe that's a conversation for another day, but that's something that you can equally be thinking about.
But the young man in my studio is very excited.
They are nodding happily.
Let me just get Ransford's take on this, because our time is up. Ransford, briefly, what will be your response to Fifi's point? So if a young man also, is taking care of a lady, believing that they're in a relationship, and if eventually happens that lady is probably not met before, they didn't love him after all, does that qualify?
I think Gertrude has stated it very clearly. In the romance scam, usually there is an identity misrepresentation, and that is very key. And then the intention from day one is what actually makes the difference. But we need to be careful where we draw the line. the same way we get into contract with our employers, we get to work, we decide that one day we won't work again. It doesn't mean that we have scammed them. So we need to get the ingredients clearly. The misrepresentation, the intention is very key. And I think that is a separate conversation. But having said this, I think that if you listen to the man who said he met a lady and they started exchanging videos and all that, loneliness is very, very key. The people who fall victim, usually they will tell you that they are very lonely. And loneliness is an issue that I don't think we have discussed well enough. In the developed world, in the UK and I think Australia, they even have Minister of Loneliness. Okay, Minister for Loneliness. So this is very key. And in the outside world, aged people who are on retirement, they have made money, but they feel so lonely and they become victims, especially for the cross-border ones. Now, the other thing is that I don't think we have mentioned the ultimate. There are people who have lost their lives through this romance scam. People have lured them out of their homes to go out and meet them and they've been killed. So it is not only parting with items and money, but people have actually gone to meet lovers and never came back for the first time. So the ultimate is people have also lost their lives. We need to be careful. Online is fun. Online is a whole blast on its own where people are meeting new people. But you need to also know that there are people online who are not who they are. And that is very key, and their intentions are very, very clear. Now, money that are lost through cross-border transactions of this nature is very difficult to recover. So anytime that you are going to part with money in a relationship that you have never met a person, be very sure and cross-check again what you are doing, because you may not get that money back and you may not see that person again.
Right. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Gertrude Amokwama, who is a private legal practitioner and also a lecturer at the UPSA Law School. And also a big thank you to you, Ransford Nanado, for making time to join us this morning. Ransford Nanado is a professional certified investigator and a certified fraud examiner. Folks, that'll be all from us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on behalf of the team. Thank you very much for joining us. It's Friday. We'll see you on Monday, but keep listening to Joy on 99.7 FM.